Joining us tonight is Amish Shah, president of ALTR Created Diamonds. Amish, inflation, global instability, they're impacting tons of items right now. People wouldn't guess the full array, including, I guess, even diamonds.
Very true. Diamonds in 2021, the growth of the industry was almost 40%. Consumers that did not travel or spend on accessories, a lot of clothing, loved and spent on jewelry. They bought fine jewelry for the precious moments in life, and the value, as we know, for life went up. The midstream, based on the supply, is already seeing an almost mid 20% increase in price. And with the current instabilities out there, we're seeing further issues. Also that we have sanctions and conversations, and also some of them that have already been placed.
If you say diamonds went up 20% already, just in real world terms, how much more are people going to be paying? Like, can you give us a reference point?
Sure. Like a beautiful 1-carat diamond that you would go to a store, something that costs you around $6,000 to $7,000. Let's say something you liked was $6,000. Today, if you went to purchase it, it would be anything between $7,200 and $7,500 for the same exact quality.
Wow. Okay. I see. So, while we're seeing Ukraine fighting for democracy, people starving and dying, not many people are weeping over diamond prices, as you know. I don't have to tell you that. It's a really sensitive topic, but again, it does tie into the greater ecosystem that we're seeing globally and the economy. Why do you think this is an important thing?
I think there's two parts always to any conversation. There's one side where the conflict territory is creating a humanitarian crisis for a lot of people. The other side, we have to think about it. Russia is almost a third of the world's supply at this time. And when any product is being produced in any country, there's a lot of employment and jobs and a lot of things attached to that. So what's going to happen is, while there is one side of prices are going up, and these sanctions are probably going to further spike this up, anything 10 to 20%. It's to be seen. Let's see how far this war goes and everything happens. The humanitarian crisis is where the industries and brands need to focus to help, while the other side, again, from a humanitarian perspective, you have to keep in mind that the common man, or a gentleman who works at a mine or a factory or grows diamonds, also has a family and is not always connected to how politics work.
Finishing point here then, sanctions can have an impact if those get enforced. So do boycotts. We've seen boycotts on Russian products or perceived Russian products, although we do know Russian diamonds make up something like 40% of the U.S. market. Is there still a viable market for these diamonds?
So the consumer sentiment at this point of time is very strong towards anti-Russian products. We're already seeing at retail stores that consumers are talking about it. And we have to keep in mind, we're going into the biggest bridal season of the year. We have 2.5 million engagements expected this year. And a geopolitically conscious consumer is going to ask the question. So I believe that you're going to have that issue for diamonds that are already in the system. But for new diamonds coming in the system, the consumer does have a strong sentiment of not wanting them.
Amish Shah, thank you very much.
Thank you.